On the way up to Chinyero. You will probably recognise the bar that we're at. Right, we are now at the top. As you can see, we now get buses coming up here and parking. I suspect they've gone around Chinyero the same way I'm going, so we'll see shortly. Well, I'm on the start of the track again. As you can see, quite attractive. Going down in the opposite direction, I up to the busload of people. But the view ranger's not working again. There's no GPS signal on it, so I'm relying on Garmin. Well, first 15 minutes was a complete disaster. The view ranger is not working at all. The GPS won't pick up at all, so I don't know what's wrong with that. Obviously you can't trust View Ranger app anymore. The Garmin wasn't working very efficiently, and I finished up miles off the track following the supposed GPS signal. Eventually I gave up, came back up the track and joined a path I know because I've walked it many times. So I'm walking that track now. Well, you can now see Tady in front of us, there behind the trees somewhere. I can't see because of the sun, but this is the normal route that we walk out on. Well, we're now getting towards the end of the Foresters track. The other big group, at least about 25 minutes in front of me, but I'm hoping to walk in the opposite direction to them so we don't fall over one another. But now I have to make that decision. I did look for a paper map today because I'm beginning to become concerned over following GPS. I think I might be going back to a compass and paper map. But here we are, getting towards the forest now. Right, starting to climb now. As I say, I hope I'm in the opposite direction to the others. I'm going uphill first. The Garmin seems to be working okay, so we'll see how far we get. Obviously passing posts with paths that go that way, I'm going straight up. I've been on the path, off the path where it's not recommended, through the cross side, and now I'm back on the path and it's going uphill. As you can gather, it may look flat, but believe me, it's not. Walking with the dog. Hola. Hola, buenos días. Buenos días. The walk's getting very pretty now, but if you look through the trees there, I don't know if you can see this. There. That's Chinyero and the vent that after 2011, 1911, that blew up and caused this volcanic field. We're going down here. As I say, it's got very pretty now, and never seen as many people on these walks. There's a lot on today. I must admit, I've never seen Chinyero from this side before, out there. Whether I can give you a better view or not, I don't know. From up there, you can see quite a big volcano. Oh, there's a much better view of that's what's going on in La Palma at present, the formation of something like that. This walk was, I've put together from information from a paper from the volcanology of Tenerife, written by someone in La Laguna University. It's supposed to show you the best of this area. And there again, you can now see what happens with these volcanoes. I'm now walking downhill about 400 metres and will be to the lava field. I have to cross a bit of that on the edge. I'm not going through the centre if I can avoid it. But there are voices behind me. It looks as though I'm now walking the same path as the busload of people. So I need to keep moving to keep in front of them. Otherwise we'll be falling over one another while I try and record pace. Well, as you can see, I'm now climbing up the edge of the lava field. This is bigger stuff than the La Palma ones are throwing out, I think. But it's the start of the edge of the lava field too, that was formed by Chinyero. And there, in front, is a view of Chinyero and all the effects of it. It appears the big bus group weren't behind me, they were in front of me. So now, walking quickly, I've caught them up, so I'm going to have to get past them. Well, I've now passed the big bus group. They're somewhere behind me, trying to catch up. But still seeing very good views of Chinyero. But the path is very nice as well. This is obviously quite an attractive walk. Much better than Wednesday's walk. Well, up ahead there appears to be another busload of walkers. They seem to have be sitting down for a rest, so maybe I can catch them and get in front of them as well. But there's Chinyero. You know, the whole time I've been walking it, I've never walked this path before. It's obviously quite an interesting path to walk. There we are, a bit further round Chinyero. And you can see the lava field. It runs back to the road there. This way we're going over the corner of the lava field and then back into the forest. This is the kind of ash that's been kicked out of the ones on La Palma at present. Lands on the street and covers everything with this fine black lava. It can cause major problems. It's a bit misty, so it may not be possible to get good views of Teide when we get around to viewing it. One of the things about this walk is supposed to be views of Teide as well. You get very good views of Chinyero, but depends on the wind and the mist. Views of Teide. This kind of lava is the stuff on that is now tumbling down the lava field on La Palma. Once it becomes molten, it sticks together. It starts out as small pieces, but it just gets bigger and bigger. It's a very busy pass this. I'm walking quite quickly because I was 15 minutes lost in the lava field to start with. But it's, as you can see, very, very pretty up here. That's getting up. Perhaps it should be down as the first walk. This is about 6.5 kilometres, but give us 2 hours, we should be able to get round it. Well, we're now through the lava field and are going back into the forest. It is nice out here. As you can see, Chinyero is over in that direction over there. But, well, there you are, you can see it behind us now. We're walking round the bottom edge of it. The path is nice. Right now, it's a bit harder to walk on. You have to watch your footing most of the way, but it's still very pleasant and very interesting countryside. Now things like these lava blocks outside and the lower reaches of Chinyero on that side. We're dropping down hill now to the bottom of Chinyero, cross over, then go back the other side of Chinyero. That's the kind of lava that's going to be left on La Palma when the thing settles down. And they're talking at present about a lava front that's 20 metres thick, which is 6 stories high. Really a problem. Interesting piece of wood, obviously been dead for quite a while. Oops, we're going downhill now and into the wood. We're now at a place where I passed the other day when I saw the Chinese lad a bit down that path there. But we have walked this one several times. We used to stop just up here. Let me get over this, it is very rough. Oops. We used to stop up here for lunch. Got more people coming in the opposite direction. There we are, Chinyero in front of us now. We're going through the lava field. Halfway around, so I shall ring and say I'm halfway there. I've just sent Jamie a message to say I'm still walking, which means I'm halfway around. But the Garmin said it couldn't get a satellite pic. I'm not in the forest, I'm in a lava field. Clear sky above me, but the Garmin says can't find a satellite. It's now working again, but really a bit disconcerting. Through the first part of the lava field, back on the track, we have a bit of lava field coming up in front of us. Around the next corner, I suppose. But quite pleasant down here. A bit more pleasant than walking through the lava field. But as you can see, in front of us, the edge of a lava field again. It's the kind of thing that the people on La Palma were watching come towards their house, but it was red hot when they were watching it. These pieces of lava show why the houses don't stand much of a chance when they get hit. These are enormous slabs of lava that would just push houses down. And in the distance there, if you look, sticking up there is a massive peak of lava. Not what you want. I suppose this is a kind of level of volcanic front that's pushing the houses down in Palma. Well, this is a lump of lava that I was trying to photograph from the other end of the path. It's a bit difficult walking here. Lava is very neat on the footpath, but you can imagine either that rolling or being thrown out of a volcano. It's rather terrifying. And there's the view from the side of it, across a lava field, back to Chinyero, in the distance there. The kind of desolation that is going on in Palma at present. Horrific and catastrophic. Well, through the lava field, just come off it there. There's another place that we pass regularly. But somewhere in the lava field I lost the spike off the bottom of my camera monopod. I made special for it. It got torn off. So I've had to get my ordinary stick out to walk with. And I did order bits to make some new ones, but DHL don't seem to be able to deliver in Tenerife. No one seems to be able to deliver in Tenerife. Postal service has now become virtually non-existent out here, certainly from anywhere outside the Canaries. Well, we're now on the way back. We're probably a kilometre, 1.5 kilometres from the end, 6.5 kilometre walk. So look at the time, I'm in front of time. I shall probably manage it in less than the 2 hours that I allowed myself. Didn't see much of Teide. There's supposed to be a good view of Teide from somewhere on this walk, but not much as far as I'm concerned. But as you can see, we're walking past the lava field from, this is the Chinyero lava field at this point. This is the Chinyero circular path that I'm on now, and if you look down there, the familiar yellow and white stripe that says we're on the right one. But I suspect another 20 minutes and I'll be back at the minibus. Well, that's supposed to be the view of Teide, good view of Teide we get from here. Unfortunately, as you can see, there's lots of cloud there, so you can't actually see Teide. Pico Bianco at the side of it, above there, you can probably just see the outline of that. And the peak of Teide just becoming above the cloud. Right, a bit further. I've put you in a short piece of path. It goes back towards the lava field on that side. We came off the main track, which is the other side of us, and walked up here. Then it says a bit further on from this we go through 90 degrees, go back and cross the track again. Whether it's just to walk up this little attractive path or not, I don't know, but I'm looking for the way to the track and back to the minibus now. Well, it was only 50 metres after the last clip that we had the right angle turn, and here's the footpath crossing the track we could have been on. And they were crossing at both sides to say don't walk up the track. I don't know why, it leads to the same place, but now we're into a very attractive forest again. Look, it's because of the height, you don't get much low shrub here. It's mainly pines and pine needles, but very nice and fresh to walk in. For people who don't walk, this always seems strange. It's a threshing circle. You find them in the mountains on all the walks. In the past you could only grow crops up here because there was no water on the coast, and they used to have to thresh the crop, and they used to pull wooden trolleys round with bits of stone and lava stuck through it to get the seeds out of the cereal. So yeah, it's part of the history of the Canaries. We're now 300 or 400 metres before I turn off back to the little bit that runs at the side of the road back to the minibus. So I suppose I should be back in less than the 2-hour limit I put on this walk, but I have walked at a fair pace around this, but it's not a difficult walk, this one. Not many big climbs. Well, we are now at the end of the circular walk, walking back towards the road. As you can see behind me, that's the forest where we've walked through. This side, an interesting path that might go back there without going through this rough lava further down. But yeah, another cone. I don't know which volcano that is, but obviously an old volcano. But the road is now 200 metres ahead. In fact, in a second you'll see the Armco on the edge of there. Yeah, the Armco on the edge of the road up there in the distance. Well, 300 metres to go, I suppose. The minibus is up the end of this track. Oops, easy. It's got quite cloudy now. Temperature's dropped. I hope the ones on the walk from the buses have all got gear with them for walking in this weather, or they'll find it rather chilly as you finish it. But yeah, it's quite a nice walk in actual fact. I suppose the only drawback is it's very busy, but then you can't have both. You can't have attractive walks with no people on it. But it's at the top of the list, Gainer. We'll walk this one early on. Back at the bus, and you see that it's very cloudy now and misty. The people on the bus who started out a long time before me, I passed out about half an hour into the walk, and that was after I'd been lost for 10 minutes. The people that passed me before I went in, a couple, I passed them 3/4 of an hour ago, so I've been walking fairly quickly, but a nice walk. All I've got to do now is turn the van round somehow.